The texts are out of control. I've started using my Still Classics collab with Cozy K planner. I love it so much. I love everything about it except one thing that has already messed me up several times is that the way that it's set up, Saturday and Sunday are the last like 2 days of the week. And in the US, at least in Alabama, where I grew up, like we're taught that Sunday is the first day of the week, so they're like bookends. And not so much like 2 days that I think of together. And it's messed me up so many times. So I've started doing this thing. Hang on, let me see. I don't think the baby's name is on this week. Nice. I've started doing this thing where I like highlight Saturday and Sunday to be like, don't write Friday here. This is Saturday. That is my only complaint about it. But, you know, it's a very small one. Yeah, I'm just not built to be a Monday start girly. Monday doesn't start the week. Sunday starts the week. Come on. But I think I've talked about this before, but a couple years ago there was an artist that I really like that made a calendar that I bought. I don't know. Sorry. I haven't slept. The baby's in a 4-month sleep regression. Oh, speaking of which, this isn't directly related to that, I guess, but I stopped pumping. It was horrible. I'm not doing it anymore. And typically what happens, and what happened to me, is about a week later, your period starts back. So I've not had a period in over a year, in 13 months, and it came back yesterday. Just in time for the election. Yeah. And it's been so horrible. I'm actually so brave to not cancel stream. Not that anybody here would ever be mean if I did, but I missed you guys. I really like my job. I'm sad that I can only stream 1 day a week, but like, I'm being realistic with myself, and for sure that's how much I can do right now. I would say the pumping is worse because I have that thing where like every time I was pumping, I felt like I was on the verge of a panic attack. So I'm so glad to not be doing it. I'm so glad to be done. Yeah. When do we get to vote against periods is so true. I texted like my girlies group chat of like me, Hannah, Nat, and Lydia, and I was like, guess whose period's back? And it's horrible. And Nat was like, I guess the only solution is to get pregnant again. And I was like, honestly, they're so right. Great news, moving the timeline up. As we're putting stuff away for our next kid in the future, can you hear the baby? It is like so, it's just so crazy because like, I don't know. There are so many stressful things. Happening. And it is even more stressful to have to think about not just the two of us, but someone else. But I don't know. There is like this like, I saw someone put a thread out that was like, my toddler just learned the word wow, and now like every time we go to like the park, she like sees a dandelion and she's like, wow. And it's like such a good reminder that like kids are so, I don't know, like they're seeing everything for the first time. So that is really nice. And obviously the baby doesn't talk yet, but it is like, things are so interesting to him, and it's really cool to see little things through his eyes. Very excited for his first holiday. We are Christmas people. We're not religious, but Christmas is what I grew up with, what Felix grew up with. So very excited to do Santa Claus. I know not everyone is doing Santa Claus. That's so fair. I really want to, so I'm going to. Obviously he's a baby right now, so he won't know the difference. But I'm not going to wrap all of his presents. We're doing that thing where, like, we're trying to thrift and get as many things secondhand as we can until he's old enough to be like, can I have a new PlayStation or whatever, you know, because like babies and little kids don't know the difference. So the stuff we're giving him is like kind of hard to wrap because it's not like it's in a package anyway, but very excited. Okay, I'm gonna read the little ones starting at the beginning of the month because there's only like 10 of them right now. Should I say people's names? I'm gonna say the name that is like there to be. I mean, Discord isn't like the U.S. government, so I'm assuming whatever name is on their account is a name that they're fine going by. I haven't been to the bins. Here's why. I definitely have like contamination OCD, and while I know that a lot of the things that end up at the regular Goodwill started at the bins probably, they stress me out so much. The way that they're set up, the noises that are happening, they stress me out so much. I tried going once and then I cried. So I will never go back to the bins. They're not for me. If you ever get me something from the bins, just don't tell me. I'm so sorry. I wish it wasn't like that. Okay. Pizza Pint 99. Got a $50 gift card from Fetch Rewards. So they're getting a Tamagotchi. Very exciting. Natalie woke up immediately, had to call my bank because my rent payment didn't go through, but the person I talked to was super nice and friendly and got it all figured out without too much trouble. That is great. Paying rent is so stressful, and you're so brave. Biblio, cute. Very proud of the fact that I managed to read 6 books in October. That's so exciting. Mine, let's see. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, you can. I think it's just reads now. No, it's not. It should be. Did I make them all separate? Hold on. I think I did. No. What is it? What did I make it? Hold on. It might be books. What is it? Anyway, I have Goodreads and Storygraph and thanks. I forgot it's exclamation point on here. It's question mark on my phone. Anyway, I have Goodreads, Storygraph, and Bookworm. I just copy paste on my reviews. I like different things about the different ones. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just a little silly. So, I don't know how many books I read. Not very many. My goal for the year was 50. I did 50, I think 2 last year. And I was like, I'll probably do even more. Because, like, the baby is so small for so long that I can just, like, read while I'm holding him. And I could have. I'd like to be clear. We're very lucky. We have a very chill baby. I definitely could have. Didn't. We restarted Sister Wives. So all my free time where I'm just snuggling the baby and he's asleep, that's what I do. Yeah, audiobooks are reading, girly. So I didn't like audiobooks very strongly, not strongly. I mean, when I was younger and ignorant, I was like, audiobooks aren't reading. And then like 5 years ago, I was like, why do I care? It is reading. It is. It's this that you're taking in the information. You're still using your imagination. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So I'm not into audiobooks typically if it's something I don't already know about. Like if it's not a book I've already read, or at least like by an author I already know. Because it's like too much. I definitely could not do like fantasy audiobook. Because there's so much happening, I feel like, in fantasy. It's very much written like the Bible, I feel like. But I did a Stephen King audiobook. He's not, okay, we're not getting into discussing him. He's not perfect. But I've really liked his books for a long time, unfortunately. Anyway, so I did a Stephen King audiobook with a really good reader a few weeks ago. And then I just did one that was like a classic, like, suburban momstery thing. Fantasy is good for the pronunciation. It's hard to pay attention. Also, like, I don't know how anything's spelled. And then when I see, like, memes about it or something, I'll be like, who's that? You know? Cute. What else was I? Oh, I was reading Little Wins. That's what I was doing. Raven went to see Robin Wall Kimmerer today for a book event. I love meeting authors. That's so exciting. I don't know why I lied. I've never met an author. I love the idea of meeting an author, though. Yeah, I can only listen to audiobooks if I'm also doing something else. So, what I've started doing while snuggling the baby is I'll be listening to an audiobook and playing Old Man Game. My current Old Man Game, if you don't know, I should make a Nightbot thing, I guess. Old Man Game isn't a particular game. It's like a game, it's like Candy Crush. Like, it's like a game that boomers definitely play on their phone, except it's me. Right now, my favorite one is called Screw Pin. I did see Drew Afuelo's Avatar costume, and she looked amazing. Hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here. There you go. It's called Screw Pin. I'm sure if you play any games on your phone, I'm sure you've seen it. But it's like, you have to, you can't really tell, but the top little 3 holes is like orange. So it's like you have to unscrew 3 oranges to get to the next thing. Anyway, it's my new favorite one right now. I also still have the numbery one. Well, I play my other phone games. LARPing as a boomer is so funny. I love it. It's so fun. They've almost gotten me several times to pay $6. They haven't done it yet. My little one has calmed down from my bad feelings from pause. Love that. Huge win. The big task I thought would take forever only took 20 minutes. Using my Cricut to make a shirt for my work friend. Veronica, that's so me. We put new side lamps with smart bulbs in the bedroom, so no more big light. I love smart lights. If you have an extra, like, $20 and a Alexa or a Google Home or one of those guys, actually, you don't even need those because you can just use the app on your phone. Especially if you have a baby. I can't believe we didn't put them in right when he was born because it's so nice if you're alone to just turn off the lights when he's falling asleep. We have one that's like when he just wakes up. And so the lights are like only at like 10%. And then we have them where they're like at 50%. And then we have like normal lights all the way on. If it's a game you can play while genuinely paying attention to something else, then it's Old Man Game. Hello, Whales Before Sales. Incredible name. Love that. That's from Skycat. Cute. Chels. Got a new ADHD med plan. Love it. Started HelloFresh. I'm super interested in HelloFresh as a concept. Yes. Blue Zuzu is Shelly upstairs. Shelly has ADHD. Also just started medication. Twinsies. I hope it wasn't a secret. But, you know. Yeah, and Shelly's always been into audiobooks. But you are usually doing something else, right? Like, you're normally, like, working or doing something that takes, like, a little bit of brain power, but not a ton. I have a very toxic and unsustainable relationship with the fruit merge game. I also play all the little, like, the thing about Old Man games is that whatever ads they show you, you can usually also play the ad for whatever game they're advertising while it's, like, loading. And I do that, too. That's how they get me. That's how they get me with a new Old Man game. Decided to be volunteering at local animal... Well, okay, I'm starting over. Decided I'm going to be volunteering at local animal shelters since there's a good chance I can't foster due to living in an apartment. That's so true. But then you get to spend time with little animals. Where you go to a room collecting items to use on other items. That's so true. Gonna try and make some new health-compliant brownies today. Now, Raven, do you mean that they're gonna have, like, ibuprofen in them? Or do you mean that they're gonna be, like, fun brownies? I've played the one with filling bottles of the same color. It's really good. Ordered new tags for the car before they expired. Okay. Mental illness. Who? Unpacking the townhouse. I'm so excited for you. Love that. I love packing and unpacking. And did health insurance and laundry. Amazing. We early voted. In Oregon, you only vote by mail, and it's incredible. It's so amazing. I can't believe that I ever thought it was strange. It's so amazing. I love it so much. Yes. The freaking Royal Match. If you played any old man game, you've heard about Royal Match. I wish I could block it from my memory. They're always like, they always get these random TikTok celebrities, but they've never reached out to us to be like, Royal Match? Yeah, it's my favorite game. There's no ads, and this guy, King Robert, he's always getting into trouble. You gotta help him. Yes, we don't live in Portland. But we already checked to make sure ours were received. Oh, my other little win is I was supposed to do jury duty last week. Which I kind of wanted to do. I've gotten picked twice, and both times, the first time I got canceled, and then this time I put in for an excusal because like we had so much going on and I really needed to edit the video. If they paid me, I would. If they paid me, the other thing is like they're not like as far as like evil corporations, like Royal Match is just some people who made a game that's annoying. That's not a crime. Just making sure I wasn't. Wait. Oh, no, that's so fair. We live like an hour from Portland, so they would never mean us. Finally getting around to returning online orders. Oh my so god. Polymer by Lair. You have a different name on Instagram, right? But same person. Yeah. It's so satisfying. I've heard that about Just Mowing. Trying to put earrings in because I haven't worn any regularly in forever. Speaking of earrings, if you don't know this, some Morgan lore, if you will. So I have had my ears pierced 3 separate times. They have always grown back, including one time I wore earrings every day for 2 years, and then I didn't wear earrings for like a month, and they grew like over. Couldn't put earrings back in. I also, not when I first got them pierced in like high school or middle school, but later in life, the like second or third time I got them pierced, they were like so easily irritated, so I had to do that thing where you like either buy really nice expensive earrings or buy like, what is it called? It's like a like you buy like a nice placeholder and then you can put like cheapy earrings through like a different hole. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I gave up. I don't wear earrings anymore. I had some clip-ons for like I got them in like right at the beginning of 2020, and I did that for like a year. But honestly, like it just wasn't worth it, especially because like we wear masks when we go like out places. It's just not worth it to have to put my earring either like through the mask or, so I don't wear earrings anymore. But people send me pictures of them all the time, and they're so cute. I do wear necklaces. My ear grew over my first earring. The other thing is in Alabama, you can't like, and maybe it's different now, but when I was in like high school and college, the place where I worked, and several places, you can't have any visible tattoos, and you can't have more than just like your bottom hole like have jewelry in it. So if you have other piercings, you can't wear jewelry in them if you want to be able to clock in for work. And at school, not college obviously, but like in high school. Listen, that just seems so rude. Ear piercing party princess had rules. No, I could have had tattoos at ear. Well, I couldn't have because I wasn't 18 yet. But, yeah. Get nitty with it. Did I know you were in Alabama? Don't dox yourself. That's crazy. I can't wait to hear more. One of my ears is torn from accidentally sleeping in earrings, so now I only wear non-pierced ear earrings. What do you mean? Non-pierced ear earrings. I worked for like 2 years, and then my piercing came out and wouldn't go back. That's crazy. My Gma got mine pierced at the mall when I was a baby. Like clip-on earrings. Gotcha. I'm with you. Bought some very cute dinosaur Christmas decorations from Target. Love that. Amazing. Listen, hey, my brain, it is not... What's the opposite of firing on all cylinders? Barely firing. Do you see? Do you see? Yeah. Yeah. Colander brain. That's so true. Hello, welcome. I'm glad that you're here, though. You made it. That's what matters. And now we're all here together. Yeah, my plan for the day, first of all, it has to kind of be a short stream because I have so much to do because my brother and sister-in-law get here this week. I have so much cleaning to do. And so much editing and so much filming to do. It's going. He's so brave. I can't imagine teething as an adult. My wisdom teeth, when they started to come in, and they never came all the way in. I had my wisdom teeth removed when I was in high school. Or college maybe? I don't know. I can't imagine having your first teeth show up. He is so brave and well-behaved and not afraid. He is afraid, though. And he should be. Can you hear him? I got my ears pierced 2 separate times as a kid and passed out. Horrible. I don't really have any advice. I love cleaning. I love it so much. It's a front tooth. I don't think anybody's back teeth come in first. So it's like the same pattern for like all babies. And like, obviously there's variations. It can happen. But like for the most part, I think it's like your left bottom front and then your right and then your top 2 front teeth. I think. It's just so hard. There's not anything you can do. We can give him Tylenol every like 8 hours, I think. And then, yeah, just hold him. It sucks. Yeah, I have heard people starting with one category. My new thing that I just started doing, I used to do the category thing. And now I'm doing like the opposite where I like start in one corner and I'm like, I'm going to get this corner. Great. And then I am not going to put anything that doesn't belong in that corner over there at all. And then I just kind of start in a corner and work my way like out. Advice: be in love with cleaning. Yeah. I would say also like even though I love cleaning, obviously, same with anything anybody actually really likes, like reading. You're like, it's hard to get started. And so what I do is I like look up like clean talk on TikTok. Yeehaw. And I just like scroll and watch other people clean their houses for a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, I've got some motivation. That doesn't work for everyone. It does the opposite for Felix. It stresses them out. Felix takes a shower to like get in the mood to do stuff they don't want to do. Because they're like, it's like a reset. And I'm like, no, I hear that. That's so true, weird board. I would say some advice that I have as like a new parent, which isn't the same as being disabled, but it is like an interruption to things that I want to do mentally that I can't do physically. Oh, thank you. I asked about it earlier, and I'm sure you said something, but I didn't see it. Anyway. No, just remember me. Bro. Please, bro. Alert box? Is this what I want? No, yeah. Oh, no. They moved everything around, so now I don't know where anything is. Okay. Perfect. What do you mean? What if I just turn down headphones? On Halloween? That's so sad. Oh my god, I forgot what I was saying. I was supposed to have jury duty on Halloween. And I put in for an excusal, which you can put for... You can say breastfeeding, which is technically not true. Okay, don't tell the government. But here we go. Found it. And they, like, within, like, 15 minutes were like, yeah, you don't have to show up. Go off. And I was like, hell yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm putting them, one of them was at 100%, and the other ones were at 80. I'm putting them at a 67. Seems like a good number. Not the perfect number, but... Subscriptions. I don't have any noise for follows. Bits. And raids. Perfect. Do you hear the baby? Yeehaw. I guess maybe separate ones, because not everybody watches the VODs on YouTube. 7's setting up a thing where you can be notified on Discord every time we upload to YouTube, which is great and exciting. Okay, 1 second. I'm putting it on BRB so I can go check on the baby because of who I am as a person. That would be so great, 7. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, BRB. Back again. I think the baby's gonna come hang out with me. He just... Okay, and as I said, he's in a new era where he cares about who's holding him. And I can't help it, I am his favorite. I love that. The Merlin bird app. No. Why was I possessed by a little ghost? Yeehaw.
Hi, lovely pals.
What he loves most is for me to hold him. And the moment that Felix wakes up and comes out of our bedroom is the best moment of his day. Okay, if it makes you feel any better, I had to, like, take away my reaction and do it again to be able to talk in my own Discord. And then Kyle, who's one of our best friends, thought that we blocked them from talking. And I was like, you have to go read all of the directions, instructions, and rules. And then you can talk. I have started, like, talking about the Discord more. I'm trying to enter my, like, much more on top of it. Like, influencer girly. Hello, welcome. Discord has been broken for a couple weeks. Ain't that just the way? Yeah, my little picture on here on my computer for Discord isn't our logo, but it is on my phone. So, yeah, I forgot what I was talking about before that, but here we are. Oh, he loves when Felix wakes up. Hi. Oh, he loves it. Hi, sweet boy. Okay.
What's your plan?
I was just about to ask you. Couple options.
Yeah.
I can put the Gonzo picture back up.
Yeah.
I can just try to get him to not look forward.
That seems like it's going to be hard.
I mean...
What's your concern level about it?
Of people maybe seeing him?
Yeah.
Kind of low.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
If the problem is that if... I don't mind if Stream sees his little face live for a moment. If this is going to get uploaded to YouTube, he can't be in it at all.
No, I think that makes sense.
So if you want to either do the Gonzo picture
or go back to... We promised to close our eyes. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I've uploaded the... I've started a new folder in here of his face covering things.
Oh, slay.
Yeah. So I can just grab one. I mean, it's only got one in there right now because I'm only adding them as I use them. Where are they at?
I said, hey girl, let me put some pants on you. He said, oh, perfect. My goal is for the top half of me to be right side up and the bottom half of me to be upside down.
That sounds right.
And I said, okay.
I've done it the opposite again.
What do you mean?
I just always expect... No.
Where are you trying to...
I'm trying to hold him, but also be on this side.
Where are you trying to hold him?
Right here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, bring him over.
Okay, well, for right... Can you just black us out for a
Yeah. Yeah.
Slay.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. Are you excited to be at work?
Okay. What's your plan here?
Nothing. I'm just chit-chatting.
All right. No, I mean, do you want me to come back and get him?
Oh, you can in a minute. I mean, I don't... Whatever you'd like to do.
Okay. You hang with him for a little bit.
Perfect.
If he gets crazy, holler.
Sounds good. Oh, my hand is itchy. Yeah, it's this little baby hand. He's got my necklace. What? Yeah. He says I was being a little stinker for my daddy. Sometimes it's like that. Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. He loves when Felix wakes up. He looks at them like they hang the sun in the sky. That's the best moment of the day. Yeah, right now we're also very into creepy things. Don't know if you heard. Very into, like, the pirate song from the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean 2 that's like, yo ho, all hands, hoist the colors high. The other thing about that is that I can't really sing it because it's so low. So, yeah, but he's really into it, which is really funny. Um, keeps yo-hoing lately. Yeah, what else has been going on? We're debating streaming on Tuesday. How do you guys feel? Here's the pros. It would not be about what's going on Tuesday. It would be about distracting from what's going on Tuesday. It wouldn't be all day either. It would just be for like a few hours. Felix was thinking about streaming. I think if we do, it'll be like maybe starting a new game that we've never played at all. So that we have to like focus kind of on the game. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Jackbox might be fun. Now, Felix would never do that. They don't like Jackbox that much to begin with, and they especially don't like doing it on stream because, like, some stranger could join and say, like, stressful things, which I do get. But I do think it's so funny. Not funny, but, like, cosmically. Because it's, like, a big hit. People love it. I don't know. There's nothing I can, like, really... The problem is what I want is to play Astrobot, which is on PlayStation only. Yeah. And would you believe it that Sony hasn't offered to send me a PlayStation? Isn't that so rude? No, Beeper loves horror games. What they don't want is people maybe showing up and being stressful. I think the other thing is I'd have to figure out a way in the caption, like in the title of stream, to be like, haha, we're not talking about the election. Yeah. That was what we did last time, Lola, which I thought worked pretty well. Mouthwashing is a good game, but maybe not good for streaming. Oh, that's true. Duh. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Chill and fun escapism stream. Come be chill and have fun. Yeah. I see that you're being really uncharacteristically quiet. Yeah. Oh, that's true. I've never played Planet Zoo. I never played any of those. I didn't grow up playing The Sims. We do have it. I'm trying to think of what else. I really liked the Bendy and the Ink Machine game. My cousin, who was super into roller coasters, loved Roller Coaster What is happening? Tycoon. Spread your baby beliefs. Do you hear the ice? Mm-hmm. Spore? It sounds a little scary, but in a fun way. We could also play Little Nightmares again. One of our faves. Felix was also playing the not new, but like the what's it called? Like the revamping of Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door. I don't know if they finished it. We also started a new thing of Cult of the Lamb right after the baby was born. Little nightmare to distract from the big nightmare is so true. Yeah. An Alien Evolution game? That sounds fun. Do you guys like how I'm just 2 eyeballs? Yeah. Cult of the Lamb I think would be really fun for a couple of reasons. Oh, I'm going to turn this train on. Myst? No. What's that game that everyone was like, you guys would be so It's like Lands of Mystria or something like that? What's it called? Someone's going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Hi. You're sleepy. Yeah. Fields of Mystra. Oh, so close. Mystria. It Takes Two is a great idea. The problem is that's a 2-player game for sure. And I think what we'll probably have to do is take turns hanging out with baby. An early access game. It's like Stardew. That's what a bunch of folks said. Yeah, what I want to know is when Haunted Chocolatier's coming out. They'll never tell me. Oh yeah, Coral Island's another one people have said a lot. What I want, I think, is like a strategy game. You should play those games they used to sell at school. They sold them to you? You guys didn't have, like, what was it called? It was like funmathgames.com. I think that was it. Let me Google. What was it called? Cool Math Games. Thank you. Right, of course. They're cool. Yeah. We could play Cool Math Games. No. The only one I ever remember playing, and it definitely wasn't a math game. It was one that was like, there was like a boulder rolling down a hill, and you had to like make it jump at the right time. Addictinggames.com. Girls Go Games. I was very into the Polly Pocket online game. There was like more than one, right? Yeah. You can't like play Flash games anymore. I don't know if you guys were here, but like maybe a year ago we went to the American Girl website and you couldn't play most of the games. Because Flash is like not, I don't even know, not around. Old Navy gave out a game with like a bunch of Snow Day games. That's crazy. Oh, played. My Scene? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that could be fun. I don't know. It also depends. I don't know, like, because if Shelly can hang out with him, then I guess we could both stream. But I don't know. And also, we might wake up and be like, haha, no. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be perceived. So, I don't know. But it's a possibility. It's a possibility, if you will. We had this game, I've definitely talked about it before, but my dad went to the University of Auburn, and they had a computer, like, CD-ROM game. And it was like, there was like a coloring, like, basically like paint thing. There was like a game where you like pretended to play football. There was one where it was like, Where's Waldo, I think, type stuff, but with, I don't know his name, Obby, I think, their like mascot. Pop Tropica? No. People have suggested Night in the Woods a lot. It looks really cute. No. I wasn't a Club Penguin girly either. Like, I've never been on Club Penguin. My friends were really into Gaia, which maybe is aging me. You can still play. Oh, someone told me that there's a website where you can play a bunch of the old games from Disney Channel. It's called like it's like nostalgia games.com or something like that. I'm sure I could find it. Nice. 7. Everyone say thank you, 7. Working so hard. How excited is everyone for the Wicked movie? I want to go day of so bad, but it's going to be so busy. So I think I'm going to have to wait a little bit, maybe till like the next Monday. It comes out Thanksgiving Day. OMG. I'm really excited. I'm nervous people are going to be singing, but I don't know. I also do not like Ariana. I'm sure she'll do a good job, though. Like, she is talented. But I don't like her as a person. And I don't really know. You know what I mean? I've never met her. Maybe she is really nice. I believe it comes out the 22nd now. Oh, maybe I just had it wrong from the get-go, to be clear. I just thought it was Thanksgiving. Yeah, Ariana Grande is, Glinda. She does have the voice of an angel, I will say. Yeah, but she has the attitude of a mean girl. And, like, do I know that? No. But I know a mean girl. I've certainly seen one. It was originally the day after Thanksgiving, but they didn't want to compete with Moana 2. That's probably a smart decision on their part. Because kids are out of school the day after Thanksgiving. Still, right? So. I just don't trust thin women. I know we've said it before. Isn't that Galinda? Good point. Oh, what a celebration we'll have today. Yeah. Hi, Hanny. Hanny's a thin woman that I do trust. She just seems mean. And I know that's, I guess, rude to say, but I doubt it'll get back to Ariana. Was she in Hairspray? Oh, was she in the TV one? I don't think I watched the TV one. I did just for my birthday make everyone watch Grease Live with Aaron Tveit and Jordan Fisher and like a bunch of famous people, and it was so good. Clipping this and texting it to her right now. She just something about like super famous people, and like it does feel worse, I feel like, when it's women, especially women who try to be like #girl power type energy. I don't like when super famous people act like they, I don't know the word. I don't know. I feel like you need to talk a lot about the privileges that you have, and maybe not. Maybe not everyone feels that way. But I don't know. I was never really an Ariana fan to begin with. Yeah. I hated her in Sam and Cat. Oh my god. That's probably part of it, actually. It started a long time ago. Do you see the tree? Yeah, isn't it so pretty? It's the same size as you, huh? Yeah, that's a really pretty tree. For Christmas? He's like, this is so boring. So did Sam. She's at best made some interesting choices. That is true. Now, in the privacy of my home, I will make jokes about her being engaged 3 times. But I can't imagine having to have like a relationship. I mean, it's silly saying this, obviously, considering my job. But like, I can't imagine having to have like super public relationships. We've like, Felix and I are never going to be in like a magazine. When they act like they face the same type of consequences from the patriarchy as other women. Yes. The cheating on a man who has a baby. Yeah. And like, I wasn't there. You know what I mean? But like that girl, the wife, saying she's not a girl's girl, which I guess maybe she didn't say. Regardless, that is like the meanest thing you could say. If someone said I'm not a girl's girl, I would be heartbroken. What is Gonzo getting for Christmas? Great question, Hanny. So I would say the coolest thing, in my opinion, is that he's getting this like little tiny like rocking horse that Felix's great grandpa made. We just got it down from the attic the other day. It just needs to be like cleaned really good. He's getting this little like xylophone thing There's like 3 things that were on our registry that Sweet Peas got us that we're just gonna give him then because they were like 6 months and up toys. I'm not even a girl anymore, and I love being a girl's girl. No, he's so chill.
Girl.
He told me you were pinching on him.
I don't think so.
He said Daddy was pinching on me.
No.
He's really into this tree.
He said, I just miss Mommy because I woke up from this. Did the stream hear the scary alarms?
No.
Oh.
I just started late.
Wow.
I had just hit start stream, and then it started going. And I thought it was the music I was playing at first, so I paused it for a second.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, well, holler if you need me.
All right.
I mean, I feel like it might upset him for me to take him back out here now.
Do you think? Hi. Do you see the baby in the mirror?
I can try.
Do you see that beautiful baby in the mirror?
He's so beautiful.
He's been so quiet, actually. He's not said a word.
Funny.
Yeah, which is crazy because I was like, okay, I guess he's not talking to you guys, but he doesn't shut up. Okay, hold on.
My house.
Not. He's just listening. To be fair, when I was pregnant, that's all he had to do was like sit here and listen. I'm curious. I was telling Felix the other day. I'm curious if that's why he loves the little the pirate like North Sea creepy song so much. Because when I was pregnant and watching TikToks all the time, like I'm holding it and it's like my phone's sitting on my stomach, right? And I watch those TikToks all the time. He's like, does nobody else see this bear baby? And speak, baby. He just listening. He said, what am I getting for Christmas? He genuinely loves it. He also, Hannah was there, but like he was like crying a lot in the car. And I was like, let me see if I can find like a story online. And I'd like to be clear that like babies his age, they're not super into like books or stories yet because they don't super understand like language so much. They just like to hear like, they think we're babbling, you know what I mean? So I was like, but maybe I'll find something with like a good cadence or whatever. And I was like, oh, there wasn't a woman who swallowed a fly is on. Like I like Googled like kids stories or something. And Felix was like, no, that one's so creepy. Like they didn't like it as a kid, but I always thought it was funny because I was like, that's ridiculous. You can't eat a horse. So anyway, I was like, I'll read that one. And he started laughing. And to this day, he loves it. He loves it. He thinks it's the funniest story in the world. That's his SNL. Yeah, I started blocking all of the like election ones. I also get so many for Florida, and I haven't been registered to vote in Florida since 2021, I think. And they still text me. I haven't watched SNL from last night yet. I do want to watch it because Chappell supposedly but like debuted a new song. Also, in my opinion, I'm thinking about making a TikTok about this. That's like what your favorite SNL sketch says about you, and just based on my own opinion. But my favorite one of all time is Lobster Diner. I love it so much. I think it's a perfect sketch. And that was not the last time John Mulaney hosted, I don't think, but 2 times ago. Because I think he hosted in like 2022. Texas is doing the same thing to my dead name. I think I'm going to do like Lobster Diner, the Ryan Gosling, Kate McKinnon ones. Will Ferrell's Get Off the Shed, which is like a very old one. And then I don't know. I think I gotta find like one from the 70s probably, and then one from like very recently. What you say is the second one that I thought of. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Cowbell's a good one. Yeah, I think the only thing that I know that I'm going to say if I make one is, like, if Lobster Diner is your favorite, you're afraid to admit that you think this is perfect comedy. It has ruined other funny things for you because you love it so much. And that is true. That's how I feel about Lobster Diner. And I'm going to say that what you say means you're an elder millennial. But you're still kind of fun and, like, relevant, and you're okay with being an elder millennial. You're not like, Gen Z, stop making fun of us. You're like, so true. I am a little bit cringy. I don't care. My Best Friend's House. No, is it a movie? Hey, this is coming from one thread that I saw. I'd like to be clear. So maybe she didn't do a new song. Me and my mom are making... Sorry, I went back to Little Ones. Lavender Menace said me and my mom are making homemade pierogies. That sounds really good. Oh, Domingo. Yeah. Yeah, Felix... Here's the thing about my husband. Here's the thing about me, and then also about my husband, is that for years, quite literally from like 2013 to like 2017, 2018, my dream, my perfect life, if I could plan it, was to live in New York, be on Broadway and like an off-Broadway ensemble / understudy to something really cool. And also work on SNL. Magically. SNL was like such a big dream for so long. I was like, I am getting my musical theater degree. I'm going to start doing stand-up comedy. And then I'm going to like save money and move to New York. And so like I'm not going to make a TikTok about it because like it's so... Like, oh, is that so hard for you? But like it's weird the past few years where I'm like, I don't think, like, everything happens for a reason. But like, I'm glad I didn't end up on SNL because I feel like it's really gone downhill. And I feel like everyone says that when they're 30 and they're like, oh, when I was in high school and college, it was so good. And like, I think part of that's true. Like, I think everyone thinks it was better when they were in high school. Same for like our parents and things like that. But it was like my dream. I have this like really cute picture of me like in front of 30 Rock when I went to visit New York last, which I've only been twice. I'm saying it like I go all the time. But right before I moved to Florida to work at Disney World, my parents took me, which I am not on speaking terms with them, but it was very nice of them to take me. And I was like, catch me on SNL in a few years. Like, I'm going to make it. And it's really sad. Because, like, there were so many things that I really liked about it. And it's just gotten, it's beyond, there's so many things that I don't like about it now. And I will watch, like, I'll probably watch the John Mulaney. I don't think it's, like, I think the other thing is I don't think it's unsalvageable. Like, I think they just kind of need, like, a hard reset. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get to be, like, a comedian. I've thought about doing stand-up. There's a spider on my window. He's outside. I thought about doing stand-up. I don't know. I don't know if I ever will. But I started to take a class. It was an online class with Second City in Chicago, which also brings out a lot of the SNL folks. Which is where Tina Fey and, like, Amy Poehler are from. But, and I was, like, having a breakdown and, like, planning to not be here. And so I like, dropped it halfway through. Lola, wouldn't let me approve your message because of the word kill. But anyway, yeah, I think I might take another online. I think once the baby is like a little bit more, when he's like 1 maybe, I think I'm going to take another online Second City class about like comedy writing. Just for like fun. I think I'm too nervous to do stand-up. I think that's the other thing is I do feel like I'm funny. I feel like I'm really funny. I know that I'm funny. I think I'm funniest at like, improv's not the right word, but like this. I feel like I'm on my game more some days than I am others, same as anyone else. But like, I don't know. I feel like I'm funniest like in my house. You know, off the dome. So true. Thank you, 7. But yeah, I don't know. I thought what's really funny is before we had this job in like the beginning of lockdown in 2020, I was like, I want to make it's so stupid because this is what Bo Burnham did, but obviously I didn't know he was doing that. But I was like, what if we make, because Chad and I both wanted to be comedy writers, like together kind of. Lola, it did it again. Lola said my message got flagged because I said you would kill at stand-up. I am not condoning murder. If it helps, we do spell it Moider, I think. Moida. Anyway. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, I was like, we should write a comedy special, like, while we're in quarantine. And we can, like, set up one of our rooms to be, like, look like a stage. And we can add in, like, really sporadic, bad laugh tracks. And Chad was like, oh my god, that's so funny. And then we just never did it because we were too depressed because of the pandemic. No. It's not a Patreon thing. Oh my god, I did it again. Don't listen to me. I just like to put in question marks sometimes. Just for fun. Anyway, yeah. I also think soon we're going to do a, Felix is filming a top surgery Q&A this week. Speaking of which, hours ago, I was like, do you want to hear all the videos we're coming out with until the end of the year? I don't think it's supposed to be a secret. I can't imagine how that would be rude, I guess. But anyway. So right now, yeah, tomorrow they're filming a top surgery Q&A. I'm in the middle of filming a like big decluttering video that I will hopefully be finished filming tomorrow and start editing. That'll be ready hopefully by Sunday. Felix's top surgery Q&A should basically all be able to be filmed in like one day though, and we're asking Veronica to edit that one. So worst case, I think probably, because I feel like that's the nice thing about like the baby favorites one. It really didn't take me that long to edit. It's just that like you have to sit down and like do it. I also meant to put words about which products we were talking about in baby favorites, and I just didn't because the baby is teething, and so it's been a lot. Okay, and then at the end of this week, when my brother and sister-in-law get here, we're filming a holiday decorating video. I'm very excited about that. The week after that, we're doing like a gift guides, but as a twist compared to what other people do. I think it's going to be mostly like craft or like thrifted, or like I think it's going to try and not be super brand new product heavy. And I think we're going at it from like a new parent, plus size, trans, like different categories of like things that we are. Does that make sense? Then we're doing a big thrifting week. My plan is we'll go out alone. Then we'll hopefully ask Shelly to watch the baby for like a long day and go a bit further to thrift. And I think it'll be like, here's some tips. Here is some like things that we found in our house and like how we styled them that we've thrifted. Here's some other like inspiration you can follow. I don't know, you know what I mean? That's like the vibe. The next week we're doing like a week in my life as a content creator. But we're also going to talk about what we're getting Gonzo for Christmas in that one, because I think we'll probably wrap his presents that we have. Then the week after that, if this is boring, sorry. This is the kind of stuff that I like. And it's my stream. So the week after that, we're doing a baby Q&A, like a general Q&A. So different than baby favorites. I think it'll be people being like, when did you decide to have a family? How did you pick your donor? Like, stuff like that. Then we're doing another crafting one that, like, Felix is going to be filming from, like, now until then, honestly, of them making an advent calendar. And that'll be, like, the second week of December. Then a 2024 book wrap-up where we're both going to talk about all the books we read this year. Then a 2025 resolution video, and that'll be the last week of December. Yeah. So that's the plan. That's like a rough outline. I think it depends on many things. My hope and my dream is that anyone who wanted to get us Christmas gifts, we can just ask for money to buy a really nice vlogging camera. So hopefully with the new year we'll have, I think we're gonna get the same one that Cozy K has, which is like $600 as like a thing, and then instead of like $1,200, which is how a lot of vlogging cameras are. But then separately you can buy like special lenses if we end up wanting them. But she uses that one, and then another like content creator that I follow has the same one. And they seem really nice. I'm excited to not have to use our phones all the time. And we'll still use them sometimes, I'm sure. But yeah, it's the, let me find it. Bum, 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 bum. Let me just go to her Discord. That'll be faster. Which I haven't seen. She has the white one, I think. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know if I want the white one. But I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Sorry, let's see. Can I do Control F in here? Oh, nice. Camera. Nice. The Sony Alpha. I can show you. This is what it looks like. With Vlogger accessory kit. What are the accessories? Is it just this? Is this worth $200 really? $150. Oh, the black one's not available. Base. Yeah, I mean, it has really, that's Cozy K's camera. But I really want to get one that like someone I know has been using. You know? Hag Energy, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a fancy tripod, but oh my word. Yeah. It does, you can get like, what I like about it is that it has many things you can add later. which I like. Because I was like, I don't mind holding it right now. I don't mind any of that. I'm not trying to buy everything all at once. Is it tofu? I really am trying to remember. Oh, speaking of Discord, the things that Seven set up, we now have a place to put our links, because like people will message us on, and I'm sure people still will, and that is fine, but they'll message us on Instagram and be like, oh hey, can I have the like, you know, Big Fig link? Can I have the link to the like big cup that you have on Amazon? Or whatever. And like we don't have an Amazon storefront. I feel weird about it, because like I'm not pro Amazon, you know what I mean? But it's also hard because like that is obviously where a lot of people get things that you can't just buy at a regular store, because they do it for cheaper, and like as just people existing under capitalism, like, you know, you're trying to save money everywhere you can. So we don't have one. I don't think we'll ever make one. But if we did get something on Amazon, we can like directly send like one link for that one thing. Does that make sense? And like, I'm not shitting on other creators who have storefronts. I don't think that they, you know, we're all just trying to exist. I only have like one influencer that I follow who is like, in my opinion, like influencer in the classic sense. But she has like every video she does, she's like, oh yeah, this shirt is from Amazon, and like the such and such is from Amazon. And I'm always like, girl, I know you have money. Like, you don't have to. And to be fair, like, I just watched one of her vlogs this morning, and like, I don't think she said anything about Amazon. She was like, oh, I got this shirt from this like small shop on Etsy. Like, I'll tag it. And so, and I don't think she's a bad person. Obviously, I really like her. But it is hard because every time she says it, I'm like, and some things I feel like you do have to get. Like when you have kids and they need like a weirdly specific, I'm trying to think of something. Like those little pouches that are reusable, to like make your own applesauce pouches instead of buying Go-Go Squeeze. Like they have those on Amazon. You know what I mean? I don't even know where you'd get them otherwise. Anyway, it's weird. But everyone else that I follow, I would call like a content creator for sure. Nice. Thank you, Seven, for setting everything up. I just got on here to be notified. I don't know if it'll notify me since I'm the one who is posting it, but anyway. A lot of talking. My bad. Well, no, I guess that's why you're here. Sometimes Amazon is good for bulk too. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll never shit on anyone for using it. But like, it is interesting being like a content creator when people are like, oh, where'd you get this? And I'm like, I unfortunately got it on Amazon. You know? I don't know. It's a weird place to be in. What are you gonna do? Yeah, all the Dr. Brown stuff I've only ever seen on Amazon. There are a couple of things that I specifically tried to get, like baby-wise, from like the company's website, and they'll be like available on Amazon. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't want anyone ever being like, now we have in the past done a Amazon ad when we first became content creators. If you've been around a while, maybe you'll remember we did one video about Alexa. And we only had not like 50,000 on TikTok, maybe, and they paid us $1,200, which, looking back, our engagement is really good because of you guys, because you guys are amazing. So now we know we could have actually charged way more, but it was 3 times more than we'd ever made on anything. It was our rent in one video. And so we did it. No regrets. Nobody was snotty either. people were like, get that bag. This is like a real company. And like other companies were like real, but they were like small compared to Alexa. I don't think we would do that now if they asked. I mean, I guess maybe if things got stressful enough we would. But right now, I think we would be like, no. But if you see us doing a Royal Match ad, mind your business. The other thing is, what I want is other old man games to pay me. If freaking Screwpin was like, did you want to make a Royal Match or a Screwpin ad? Do you see how my brain no work? Yeah, we posted about it in the baby favorites one, but Felix says like we used to do a lot of wage transparency videos, and we're not right now because we aren't making like really any money. We make $1,700 from Patreon, and that is our most money, and then we make about $200 from YouTube a month, and that's like all of it. Here on Twitch, I think we make another like 200-ish. And some change. 2 dots. I forgot about 2 dots. Loved 2 dots back in the day. So what is that? And that's between 2 people. So that's like $2,000 a month. For 2 people and a baby. Which is not very much. So, but in the video, if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert, Felix is like, it's hard. Like, I don't want to make a wage transparency video when we're not doing super great, because I don't ever want anyone to be like, feel bad. You know what I mean? Because like, don't. You know what I mean? We live with our parents in this like nice house, and like we're not hurting. Like our bills are, you know, we have credit card debt, but who doesn't? But at the same time, if we were making like people who aren't doing wage transparency videos who are making like $10,000 a month, like I do get it. I don't think I would either. And I don't know, maybe I would. Like, I don't know. TBH, I watch other people talk about wage transparency just because I'm nosy. Yes. Exactly. I feel like the hardest part about not sharing our baby, we actually just did an interview with a journalist about it. The hardest part is that he's the cutest baby in the world who's ever been born in the entire universe. So it's really hard. The second thing is that he looks, people who are on my close friend story can attest to this, but it is absolutely mind-boggling how he looks just like both of us. Like so much like both of us. It's insane. And does not look very much like the donor. And like a little he does, but it's so funny. Yeah. That's hard. You know, because we're really proud of him and we love everything he does. That's probably why we share stuff about him and about being around him as much as we do. It's very cuckoo bananas. Little lesbian baby. Yeah, I feel like that's the hardest part. Time to bust out the I look like my daddy sweater. It's mostly his eyebrows. I don't know if you guys have seen like pictures of baby Felix, but they have these insane little pixie eyebrows, and the baby also has them. It's really cute. Made by 2 lesbians. I'm not a lesbian, but yeah. So, I don't know. I'm also curious if, like, in the future when he doesn't look like a baby anymore, if we will share, like, old pictures of him when he was a baby and be like, this is what he used to look like, because now it's not what he looks like. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something else that I think I didn't anticipate, we didn't ever know that we had this job, but in having this job, I like before we had it and I would follow other content creators, I really thought that they like knew what they were about and like did everything ahead of time and, like, really stuck to their thoughts on things. And, like, that's not true. We change our opinions on things all the time. Like, when we first started having this job, we shared, like, every GoFundMe anyone ever sent to us. And then now it's, like, what started happening is, like, when we shared one, we'd have, like, 10 more people ask us to share one. And then it's, like, you know, my story can't just be sharing GoFundMes all the time, because then no one will watch it, and then no companies will pay me. You know what I mean? So now it's, like, that's a rule that we, like, learned, is now we're like, okay, we have, like, a hard and fast rule where we don't share any, with the exception of, like, the one family that we are supporting, that we are not supporting, but, like, sharing in Palestine. Supporting makes it seem like I'm paying all the bills or something. Like, that's not it. But, like, it's been, like, a special circumstance. I don't know. Yeah, so, like, I guess I can't speak for every other content creator, but, like, the ones that I typically watch, enjoy, support, are talking about how it's a weird job. I don't know. Like, I try to also film, as much as I like to film, like, oh, the house is clean. And, like, I'm going to film and talk right now because, like, it's clean behind me. I also try to, like, not overly, like, pick up, or, I don't know. I think the thing that I like about this job the most, and the thing that I like about other content creators that I personally enjoy, is, like, the regularness of it. I don't ever want to follow anyone who's, like, a Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like, it's not interesting to me. I watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and we are going to eventually make a video about it. And I think that'll be, like, my number one takeaway is, like, I kind of thought it was boring because, like, these women don't seem relatable to me, you know? They're sadly much easier sources than old baby pics. I don't know what you mean, darling. But yeah, all this to say, nothing. It's a weird time to have our job. Which is true all the time. Let's see. Oh, I haven't checked on my Animal Crossing characters since the last time we played. I hope they're all okay. I hope they're fine. Because, like, I'm sure they're fine. It's been, like, 2 weeks. What can happen in 2 weeks? You know? I can time travel and go back. That's probably what I'll do, is I'll go back and check on them every, like, 2 days until I get to the current day. Yeah, I don't know. Did you restart your island? Because guess what? If you restart your island, they won't be mad at you anymore. Which is great. You brought them to that island and you left them. Yeah, sometimes a girl's job is just to bring some of her closest animal friends to an island and then abandon them there. What can I say? No, that's so fair. I'm hearing that. I love restarting. I wish Animal Crossing was like Stardew, where you could have multiple islands. And, like, I feel like it's more... It takes up more room, so, like, I do get it. But... yeah, I don't know. No. Why? What does Megan Thee Stallion say? I am a siren. You're so right. She's not cute, but she's silly. That's all you can hope for. My island sat for 1.5 years and they were fine. I feel like after a couple of days of just, like, buttering them up, it's back to normal. You know? I just love restarting my island. I really should play and check on everybody. It reminds me so much of, like, I feel like, at least in our house, and obviously everybody had a different experience, but like right now I am nostalgic for the very beginning of like lockdown, because like I lived with Felix and Hannah, and then our roommate Chad that we are obsessed with, and this other roommate that we aren't friends with anymore, but and it was like so stressful, but because of the way that like brains work, I'm only remembering the nice parts that were like summer vacation. And so I keep being like, oh, remember when like all we had to do was like wake up whenever we want and like make really slow breakfast and like play Animal Crossing. And like it was so stressful. Why are brains like that? It was so stressful. We were crying like every day. But now I'm like, wow, remember we were like making bread. And we like didn't have to go outside. We couldn't go outside. Yeah. We got to try new hobbies and grow hair out. Yeah. There were definitely like I mean so many, we talked about this last time when we were like, somebody on stream, I don't remember who, made like a lockdown bingo. So romanticized. In my friend Discord, we have a whole channel for early COVID nostalgia. Yeah, well, we were in like a really specific place of privilege. What's wrong?
You have to see how I put this back on him.
Okay, I'm ready.
I was like, why is it so weird and twisty?
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Because you twisted it.
I've snapped the front on the back.
I see that.
And the back on the front.
I like how he's gripped onto you like a little koala baby.
Yeah. He says we've done sort of a creative, and I just kept trying to pull it back.
Oh no.
Oh no, Daddy's stupid.
Oh no, is your daddy stupid?
In my defense, there's like a lot of space there, and so like it just
Enough space to twist his outfit around him.
Yeah.
He is so polite, because if I did that to you, you would be screaming.
I would literally lose my mind.
If I tried to dress you in your overalls and they were twisted around you.
Yeah. I mean, he's got space. Like, I don't think he's like uncomfortable. I'm definitely gonna fix
That's
it.
just because he's so skinny.
I know. Gigi had
Yeah.
baby.
Oh. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
Mom.
No. That's funny. Sweden didn't have lockdown? Yeah, Tiger King. What a moment. Oh, that's what I was saying before Felix came in here. Like, so many people on stream when we were talking about this last were like, oh, I found out I was autistic. Or like, oh, I found out I was trans. We also, I'm not doing it again, but we did a poll that was like, are you still in the relationship with the same person you were in a relationship with during, like, lockdown, during quarantine? What's most funny is that's when I downloaded TikTok. And I was like, no, Felix, I think you'd really like TikTok. And they were like, I'm not getting on TikTok. That's for young people. Embarrassing. I'm not getting on there. Which is so funny. They also, if you didn't know this bit of lore, Felix got TikTok and started posting originally because they wanted to share sustainability things. They were like, I'm going to share all the stuff we do in our house that's sustainable, which we did a lot at the time. It's harder to be sustainable with a new baby. So hard because there's so many things that are like one use. And they don't have to be. Some people have like reusable diapers and things like that. I think we're doing that eventually, but not in this early part. Single use, baby. But at the time, we didn't have any paper towels in our house. We didn't have any like plastic bags. Our like bathroom trash can was like an old t-shirt. So we just like dumped it into the regular trash and kept reusing the t-shirt. Because like the way that our bathroom was set up, the only like kind of gross thing that we would ever maybe put in there is like period stuff, and Felix had reusable pads. And I just like wrapped up my tampons before I threw them away. And otherwise it was like, you know, like Kleenexes, which is a little gross, but not like leaky or anything, you know. And then I'm trying to think of other things we did. We always made at-home coffee. We never bought Fun Coffee working at Disney World. We didn't have enough money. We still don't have a ton of money now, but enough to buy Fun Coffee every now and then. Which is so Isn't that so sad? Because at Disney World, you work like 50 hours a week usually. And every person I know had at least 2, if not like 5 roommates. And still was like, oh yeah, I can't really buy like coffee whenever I want, or that's so sad. Hopefully Disney World does what Disneyland did and they threaten a strike so that they get paid more. Disneyland just got a historic $6 raise for threatening to strike. The character performers, not everyone, I don't think, but because they certainly are not going to let it go. What a great question. Technically, yes. I'm going to say no, though. I would say, like, in the way that you could actually use them, I'm going to say no. They should be. Now, when I worked at Guest Relations, we did kind of get Fun Coffee all the time. Because Guest Relations in Magic Kingdom, which is where I was, it was my dream job for a really long time, is like a 1-minute walk away from the Starbucks that's on Main Street. And so if it was like a particularly hard day, like if corporate Disney announced something without telling us ahead of time, which happened all the time, they would be like, so, the manager would like buy everyone Starbucks on like his own personal card, which is very nice. Yes. Yeah, I've had some friends who worked at Dollywood who said it was a really great place to work. Now, it is not a fat-friendly theme park at all, which is interesting because it's in Tennessee. So if you're plus size, you're not going to be able to ride most things, from what I understand. I haven't gone as an adult. I went once as a kid. But I have heard it's a really good place to work. So if you live near Tennessee, consider applying. But yeah, what a weird time in our lives. What a very, very weird time. I would say the biggest thing that I learned is that I definitely have OCD. Had no idea. I had some idea. But it turns out when you're spending like literally 24 hours a day with the same people, they will be like, why do you do this thing I've never noticed that you do? And you're like, what? You don't do that? This is also when Felix was like, oh, I definitely have autism. Also, thank God for the stimulus checks. My word, we wouldn't have been able to move or pay our rent sometimes without them. I really learned so much about my brain. I really did. Like, I feel like I learned a lot about myself. And it's hard because I don't, like, actually miss it. Because I do know logically that it was so stressful. But, you know, brains are just silly. Brains are so silly because also sometimes I'll be like, oh, I miss waking up and hanging out with Chad and Hannah. I miss being like, should we go to the grocery store? Wouldn't that be so fun? And then reintroducing them like an allergen diet. Oh, yeah. My piece of advice to myself, if I could go back, would have been to move to Oregon then. And, like, quarantine out here. But we couldn't have known it was going to take that long. But Disney World was closed for 4 months. Yeah, I think that, like, some people believe in God. And you're allowed to do that. In order to get through life, am the kind of person who really does believe that, like, everything happens for a reason. And I don't think you should ever say that to someone who's going through a hard time actively. I'd like to be clear. I would never say that to someone who is currently going through, like, the loss of a loved one or the stress of this week, or you know what I mean? But it is my belief system, I would say. So I tell myself that when things are stressful. And yeah, it's just so crazy because for us personally, like, we wouldn't be in Oregon. We wouldn't have this job. We wouldn't have our baby if COVID hadn't happened. It was such a haze. It was such a haze. So bonkers. Anyway. You remember last stream when I was like, guys, don't let me be a bummer the whole time? And then here we are. And I don't feel like I'm being a bummer, but I hope no one here is sad that I was talking about COVID for so long. Yeah. Anyway. I love you guys so much. Let's see, is anyone streaming? Cozy Games. Yeah, let's go see Cozy Games. I love you guys so much. I hope to see you next week, next Sunday. Yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. Say hi to Cozy Games. Bye.